welcome to today's tutorial. We'll be illustrating this particular beautiful gown, and this gown is divided into two parts, which is the upper bodice and the skirt side. Okay, but the skirt side I've already talked a lot on skirt side. Okay, so but today I want to be talking about something very special which happened in this gown, this upper part of the gown. Okay guys, you're welcome to Begin Sewing with Chi, and here we do sewing illustration for anybody that wants to go into the ready to wear business. Okay, so let's go right into this tutorial. Okay, so first and foremost, before we go to the cloth itself, let's plot the upper bodies. Now if you look at that style very well, you will see it's, I love it for an office wear, irrespective of the fact that it came with Ankara, but you can make it with ordinary material. And this particular tutorial, I'll be making this with this beautiful bale material you are seeing here. Okay, so it's actually a pieces I got from one of my master class tutorial, so I'll be using it for this particular tutorial. So for the Ankara part, I'll be using this side. Then for the pure white side, I'll be using this side. Okay, so somebody told me, Mama, what about if I go and buy shirts in the market and then I use it? Well, how many, if you want to sell it, how many shirts you want to buy? Condemn. How many shirts you want to buy? Condemn for this cloth. I want to show you a very simple way. 1 hour you are done cutting. Let's go into the tutorial. So this gown is supposed to be padded, okay, but we are not going to be padding it. Reason being that it's a ready to wear business, so instead of padding it, look at what we are going to do. We're going to be using this visible interface, and we are going to be gluing it on this one. Okay, we are going to be gluing it on this one. Okay, let's set it aside. Now we are not going to be using pad, okay, but instead of leaving it that way, we will do something to this pattern that will make this bustier to cup properly, as if it's a corset. I want to introduce something on this particular illustration. Okay, whatever I'm going to be doing here now, by the time I'm done doing it, you can wear this cloth without bra. Okay, because it will cloth properly. Now guys, you know how we got this, because this is a shirt, the upper part is a shirt cotton. We are not going to be using the 3 inches width and 3 inches depth standard. We are going to be cutting this particular illustration with the exact measurement of this person, and I told you guys is bust divided by 12. So this bust divided by 12 gave me whatever I marked here and gave me whatever I marked here. Okay, this bust divided by 12, bust circumference divided by 12 gave me what I marked here and gave me what I marked here. Okay, so I came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Okay, then there's a reason for me marking these 2 lines. A lot of people make mistake. They will go and mark this center line, and this is where they will start drawing their armhole curve from. It is very wrong. That's why I marked it for you to see. Now this is the center line that we first constructed that got to this bust point, right? Now we take away 0.5 inch here, we take away 0.5 inch here, making 1 inch. So we are, by the time we take away this, so this particular center line is to help us know where we are taking away. Okay, we are taking away 0.5 inches from this side, and we are taking away 0.5 inches from this side, making 1 inch, right? Now from here we are extending this side by 1 inch. Okay, and this is now our new armhole. You use your ruler to mark it very well. This is now your new armhole. This armhole does not have anything to do with this center line. This center line was a line we collected to the bust point to be able to know where we are going to be removing 0.5 and 0.5. Okay, So now we come down. I want to show us how to tighten a bustier so as to give us a bra effect. Okay, so that by the time we are done with this illustration, this person's bust is going to enter into this cloth and fit in even without the person putting on a bra. Okay, that is the first for the armhole. We are done with the armhole. Okay, then we come to the under bust line. Okay, now this is our normal dart leg. Now we are not going to be working with this one. We will come in here by 1/2 inch, come out here by 1/2 inch, and we connect. What we did here is that we have tightened the under bust. The under bust will be able to lift the breast up the way we have done this. You come out on this under bust line. This is your normal dart leg that we used to draw. Okay, now we want to tighten the under bust. Now you are going to come out here by 1/2 inch. You are going to come out here by 1/2 inch. Okay, but remember that when you connect it down, it should still come and meet the original dart leg. That is what is called under bust tightening. So when you are cutting out this dart now, instead of cutting straight this way and cutting straight this way, no, we'll now be cutting straight this way and cutting straight this way to connect it. Remember that whatsoever we are doing here, it should be 1 inch from the bust point. It shouldn't get to the bust point. This is what we call tightening of under bust. Now if you look at that illustration very well, that gown very well, you will see that there's a kind of effect around the bust area. Normally my bust intake is always armhole and waist, but because there is something I want to achieve, look at my bust. Look, I'm adding another dart, which is the bust dart. Okay, the armhole dart, the waist dart, and we are adding the bust dart all in one. But I will tell you how to add this thing. Hold on for me to tell you how to add this bust dart, so that it doesn't become confusing, so that it makes our illustration very, very perfect. Okay, the only thing you are going to do here is fold it. You know, this is a mini illustration, like I used to tell you. By the time you are doing a life-size illustration, all these things will play out well. All you need to do is watch this illustration and understand it, and you are good. Okay, so now fold this, cut it out and fold it, cover it up. Okay. Now you see we have hidden this, and since we have hidden it, that means we are going to be cutting out this one to be 1 and cutting out this one to be 1, so that way it does not become confusing to us. Okay, let's go ahead and cut it out. Meanwhile, make sure that none of your connections are pointed. Okay, make sure everything is curved out. Curve everything out. Now you cut out. We set this aside. This is the front pattern. We set this aside. Okay, and we go over to our material. If you look at that style, you will see that the white part of the gown came right down up until underbust. Okay, and curved out around the middle of the armhole. Okay, that means right from the middle of the armhole to the underbust, and it curved out this way. Okay, so let's cut it out now. First things first, you place your material on, fold. So we have two materials now. This is the white one. Okay, this is the white. Let me call this the white one, the white material, and I will call this the Ankara material. Okay, you place it like so. This is the white material, and this is my Ankara material. This is the white material, and this is my Ankara material. Okay, now I will do it like this. Okay, because I want it to stay, I don't want it to be shifting while I am working. Okay, I will use my hemming gum. I don't want to be it to be shifting while I'm working. I will use the my hemming gum to hold it down. Remember that this Ankara, I was supposed to lay it with gum stay, either air stay or gum stay, just to give it a little bit of weight. It doesn't really need to be strong. This is the ready to wear official wear that we are making. Okay, so I want it to be strong. I want it to be strong. Okay, I want it to be strong, so I will lay it with hemming gum. But while laying the hemming gum, I will avoid this center, which is where will be open. Okay, now do not worry about roughness of your work. That is why that trimming is on that style. That is why you are seeing this trimming on that style. They use this to hide the rough work. Hold on. Now, this is my two materials, right? Okay. Now, I will go ahead to, this is the front, right? So I will turn to the back, because this is my Ankara. Remember that this is my Ankara. This is the white part that is going to be showing from underneath. Okay, so I want to assume that this, we have to assume, not that I want to, this is the front of the material we're working on. You turn it this way, turn it this way. Okay, we turn it this way. Remember that this is the white one. Maybe I should have used white for this illustration, but I guess we will understand. By the time I'm done, you will understand. Now I want to cut out what I have already plotted. Okay, so I will be cutting out. You will notch this area. You will hold it and notch the areas, so that when you are joining the other one to this one, when you are joining this one to this one, okay, you will know how to match it. So now I'm going to be joining, I'm going to be notching it. Okay, I will notch the bust point, notch the underbust point. Okay, I will notch the underbust. Okay, I have notched it like so. I set it aside. I cut out this one. Okay, guys, because it's a small size to illustration paper, is hard to coordinate, but I know you will understand. So now I'm going to be, because I notched, okay, this is my front pattern. As you are doing, please use pin to hold it down. Now this is the front pattern, the mid center part, and this is the side pattern. Okay, so you know we notch the bust line and the under bust. We are still going to notch the under bust line and the under bust here. Okay, please, I'm just hurrying because I need to close now. Okay, so yours will be neater. So you place it so that you make sure, this is my bust point, I notched it, I've notched the under bust too. Okay, I notched the under bust too, then I set it aside. Okay, so this is pattern. So when you want to sew, you are going to make sure that when you take it to the sewing machine, okay, hold on, I'm coming, I'll still show you. Now, still leaving it on fold, you can iron it down so that it will remain flat. Okay, still leaving it this way. We'll now take this one, because that pattern came from here, it came from the middle of the armhole, went straight down, then curved out like this on the armhole. Then we mark it so that we can cut it out. Okay, with what I have done now, you don't need to condemn your white shirts. You go and buy white shirt first before you come and start buying Ankara. No, don't do that. Buy white material. So you can see, we will now mark this design. Use your chalk and mark it on the fabric. Okay, use your chalk and mark it on the fabric. Turn it again this way. You place it like so. Okay, you place it like so, and you mark it again. Don't worry about this. This is the benefit of that trimming that you are seeing in front of that. So guys, you can see we are done. I don't know if the camera is picking it. Now, you know that when you were gumming that, using hemming gum to hold it together, we didn't gum here. So this place is totally free. Now, watch what I'm going to do. Now, you can now open up this one. You see? You can now open up this one. You see? Guys, can you see? So this is the white part. Okay, this is the white part. And then when you are so to join a bustier, okay, in case if you don't know, now you are going to place this one this way, okay, and join this notched area down. You place it again this way and join this notched area down. Now you turn your, now that you have joined this side, you hold it by force. Hold it, and you sew here to here, you sew here to here. Then you open up your this thing and use your ball to iron the curve. Make sure you use your ball to iron the curve. It will definitely pull. Now when you are done, you see that your armhole will form very well. You trim it out the way you want to trim it. Trim it out the way you want to trim it. Now you go over to the basic sleeve. So this is like this. Now you can see this is our sleeve. So where this Ankara ended is where we are going to be marking. So we are going to be marking like so. Okay, so if we mark like so, we are done with this one. We now place our Ankara fabric. Okay, we now, and then we cut it out. We cut out the Ankara fabric with the basic sleeve pattern first of all. Okay, I want to assume that I have cut out my basic sleeve. Okay, so that side that you marked will now be the white side. Okay, and it's going to be like this. You place it on the white material. Okay, you place it on the white material and you cut it out like so. Okay, you cut it out like so. So this is how it's going to look like. Okay, can you see? So this is the white part on the Ankara, and this is the sleeve itself. Then you go ahead to join it. After you join it, you cut it the normal way, the way you cut your sleeve. Okay, just know that this is the upper bodice, and remember that this your sleeve should be on fold. So guys, this is how it's going to look like. I don't know if it's clear, but please watch this tutorial more than once. If you do, you will understand it perfectly well. Now for this side, you know that this is the sleeve. Now this sleeve, you are going to be attaching another one here, right? Now for all this rough work that you did here, you use that trimming to join it, to place on it. Is either you tack it down or you sew it down, or you gum it. But don't gum it, because the person will be washing the cloth. If you gum it, it will fall out. So you tack it. The trimming they used was exactly this one. Okay, so you use this trimming, plenty of it, 1 2 3 4, you keep putting it, and it will go on top of the sleeve and round on the back pattern. Okay, if you need to see the back of this illustration, let me know in the comment section so that I'll do it. But this is what they used. This is the trimming that was used. It's actually 3 for 50 naira. Okay, I don't know if that's what they used in the illustration. Please, I don't want to run anybody's business down, but I feel that this is what they use, and if you look at it, it looks similar. So you too, you can use this, and you choose the color that is close to you. Like my Ankara here is blue, I can decide to use blue, or I can decide to use white. Okay, so guys, that's all for the tutorial.